Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is polymers. Actually, this is only useful for competitive examination and it is not useful for board examination. You know already that this polymers was deleted chapter, right? Yes, polymers. Polymers is derived from two Greek words. One is poly and other one is mer. Poly means many. Mer means unit or part. So what is the meaning of polymer? Polymer is nothing but long chain molecules of high molecular weight formed by the union of large number of simple molecules called monomers. That means what? Large number of simple molecules joining by one and it produces a long chain molecule which is called as polymer. So how do we get a polymer from simple molecules? Those are monomers. We will see now in this chapter, right? So polymers are very large molecules having high molecular weight that they have found 10 cube to 10 power 7 unified mass. And these are macromolecules which are formed by joining of repeating structural units on a large scale, students. The repeating structural unit is nothing but here what? Simple molecule, right? So large number of simple molecules joined one by one and it produce a long chain molecules which are called as polymers, right? So here the repeating structural units are derived from some simple and reactive molecules which are known as monomers and are linked to each other by covalent bonds. So what are the monomers and how do we get a polymer from monomer? We will discuss in this polymerization process. So what is the meaning of polymerization process? So this process of formation of polymers from respective monomers is called what? Polymerization, students. So we will see some of the examples. How do we get polymer? By using monomers, we will see that, students. So let us take one example, simple example I have given to you, that is CH2 double bond CH2, ethene. Ethene is a monomer here. So on polymerization, you will get polyethene. How do we get from monomer to polymer? We will see now. Let us see now, students, from monomer to polymer, how do we get and all. So now here ethene molecule CH2 double bond CH2. CH2 double bond CH2 is there, right? How these monomer units will join one by one, we will see now. So CH2 double bond CH2 plus CH2 double bond CH2. I have taken, for example, two monomers. So how these two monomers will join, if you observe, in the similar manner n moles of monomers will join on polymerization. It gives first a repeating unit like this. So how do we get a repeating unit? So by breaking off pi bond. By breaking off pi bond, by homolytic cleavage, here free radicals will generate between the carbon atoms. Here also free radical will generate. So whatever the free radicals generated after breaking off pi bond, these free radicals combines like this. And here free radical is there, na? That free radical will combine with another unit of monomer. CH2 double bond CH2 is there. Here free radical will generate. Again here sigma bond will form, right? In the similar manner, one more unit if you take next, then here this free radical and this free radical will combine and produce one more bond between this CH2 and another CH2. That means here what unit is generated, students? You observe that CH2 single bond CH2, right? CH2 double single bond CH2, and this CH2 is having the free radical combined with another unit of CH2 of this side carbon. So that's why here single bond I kept. Here also you observe that, students, here CH2, here free radical is there. That free radical combined with another unit of another CH2 molecule, that is ethene molecule. So here one more single bond will form. This continuation will be until how many molecules we have taken? N number of molecules. So n number of monomer molecules will join like this and it produce a polymer, that is what? Polythene, because this polythene came from ethene molecule, right? On polymerization of n moles of ethene molecule produces polythene, students. So like this polymerization will take place. So this is one of the example of what? Polymerization. And next example, if you observe one more, that is second example, formation of nylon 66. That is, this formation of nylon 66 is formed from two different monomer units. Same monomer if you take, how do we get? Already we have seen, that is from ethene to polythene. Now it is nylon 66 is formed from hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. What is the hexamethylene diamine? You see that hexamethylene, 6 methylene groups bounded by 2 NH2 groups. So that's why diamine. Hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid formula is this one, students. So on polymerization of these two monomers, you will get a polymer. These two monomers means n moles of hexamethylene diamine, n moles of adipic acid polymerize and it produce nylon 66. See that in nylon 66. Why do we call nylon 66 also? We will see that. So now you take, how do we get this polymerization process? So you take now here NH2 I have taken here like this, NH2, and CH2 taken 6 times I have taken, and NH2 again I have taken like this for easy understand. So this is what? Hexamethylene diamine, everybody knows it, and this one will combine with adipic acid like this, COOH, and CH2 taken 4 times, COOH, right? So how do these two will join? If you observe, then remaining molecules also will join like this only, right? How these two will join here? One of the hydrogen from hexamethylene diamine, one of the OH group from adipic acid combine and it remove as water molecule like this. Here one of the hydrogen, here one of the OH removed as water molecule, and this nitrogen will join with this carbon. And in the similar manner, this adipic acid, if you write side of this side of hexamethylene diamine, this hydrogen and this side hexamethylene diamine OH group liberate as water molecule, right? So that's why you can leave one of the hydrogen here. In the similar manner, if you take this hexamethylene adipic acid, this side OH group, and if you add one more hexamethylene diamine to this side, here a hydrogen removed as water molecule. So that's why I am leaving this OH group, this side H also. Now you join these two, what you will get? You see that NH bond I left, because this was added by adipic acid, right? Adipic acid C double bond O group. That repetition will take place. So that's why I kept here blank, that is with the bond. You see that NH, CH2 6 times, NH, and next this N is joined by this C double bond O, C double bond O, CH2 taken 4 times, C double bond O. So if you add this adipic acid to hexamethylene diamine this side, this continuation will take place. Here also if you add adipic acid to this side NH group, then this continuation will take place. That continuation symbol I kept here with the bond, this side also bond. This repetition takes place how many times? How many molecules we have taken? N molecules of hexamethylene diamine, N molecules of adipic acid you have taken. So N molecules of hexamethylene diamine joined with N molecules of adipic acid, and it produces what, students, here? Nylon 6,6. Why do we call 6,6R? You may ask a question here in this. So after removal of water molecule also, you observe in both the cases, both the monomers, how many carbon atoms are there in this? 6 carbon atoms are there. In this also, how many carbon atoms are there? 6 carbon atoms. Even in the polymer also, if you observe monomer units, how they have joined. In this also, if you observe here 6 carbon atoms, here 6 carbon atoms are there in this monomer unit. So that's why we are calling this is nylon 6,6 students. I hope everybody understood how do we got nylon 6,6 from respective monomers which are from hexamethylene and adipic acid. Okay na? This is about some of the examples of polymers I have given to you. So like this we will see many of the preparation methods of polymers. Many polymers preparation methods we will discuss in this chapter, right? The next one, the next topic we have, that is classification of polymers. So different classification of polymers we have. Those are based on source, based on structure of polymer, based on mode of polymerization. Like this we have different types of classification of polymers. So the first classification we will see that classification based on source. So based on source, these polymers are classified into mainly three types. One is natural polymers. These natural polymers found in plants and animals. Found in plants and animals. Some of the examples, if you observe, starch, cellulose, proteins, rubber, etc. All these are what? Natural polymers, right? So they found in plants and animals. So in these polymers actually we have. These polymers actually we have in the even in biomolecules we have observed. How do we prepare starch? How do we prepare cellulose? What are proteins? What is natural rubber? We are going to discuss in this chapter. These three you got already in biomolecules. Okay, na students? And next type of polymer we have, that is synthetic polymers. Synthetic polymers are man-made polymers. So what are the man-made polymers? Polythene. Polythene, how do we prepare? Already we have discussed now. Ethene, from ethene we have got polythene, right? And even nylon 6,6 preparation method, just now we have discussed. This was formed from hexamethylene and adipic acid. Buna S, etc. This Buna S preparation also we will discuss in this chapter, students, right? And next type of classification of polymer based on source, that is semi-synthetic polymers. See here, natural polymers we have discussed, synthetic polymers we have discussed, but this is a semi-synthetic polymers, means they are derived from natural polymers by chemical modification. That means natural polymers, for example, I have taken cellulose. All cellulose derivatives comes under semi-synthetic polymers, because cellulose derivatives means cellulose derivatives as cellulose acetate. This cellulose acetate, how do we get? By acetylation of cellulose, right? So man-made by taking natural polymer. So that's why we are calling this is semi-synthetic polymer, students. So cellulose derivatives as cellulose acetate and cellulose nitrate, etc. comes under this semi-synthetic polymers. This is the classification based on source. Let us see the next classification. Classification based on structure of polymers. Structure of polymers. This classification, first one, linear polymers. They consist of long and straight chains. Long and straight chains means how it will be like this. Long and straight chains. Like this will form linear polymers. Linear polymers will be like this. Long and straight chain polymers. What are the best examples? Means you can take PVC, polyvinyl chloride. That means many vinyl chloride molecules will join and it produce polyvinyl chloride. High density polythene, etc. This high density polythene, polyvinyl chloride preparation we will see in the in this chapter. In the preparation methods you will get all these things. And the next type of polymer we have, that is next classification, branched chain polymers. Branched chain polymers also linear chains only, but they consist of some branches. Some branches means how it will be means it will be like this linear chain, like this linear chain, and some branches in middle like this. Here one branch, here one branch, here one branch. Like this, the branches are present on the linear chains. Then we call that is what a branched chain polymers. So they consist of linear chains having some branches. The best example is low density polythene. High density polythene is the example for linear polymers. Low density polythene is the example of branched chain polymers. Why it is and all you will get in the preparation methods. Preparation methods of high density polythene as well as low density polythene we have in this chapter, students. And next classification we have that is cross-linked or network polymers. Cross-linked or network polymers. They have three-dimensional network structures. They are hard, brittle and rigid. Why they are hard, brittle and rigid means they are formed by bifunctional and trifunctional monomers. Bifunctional, trifunctional monomers means, for example, linear chains only you take like this. Linear chains we have got like this. Linear chains we have got. And these linear chains are formed by bifunctional and trifunctional groups. Means functional groups, if it is 2 are there, these 2 will join like this. If 3 are there, like this it will join. 3 functional groups like this it will join. Right? And 2 functional groups only there, they may join like this also between the 2 linear chains. So that means these are formed by bifunctional or trifunctional monomers. So what is the best example for this cross-linked monomer, cross-linked or network polymers means bakelite, melamine. See that linear polymers, they consist of long chain and straight chains. Branched chain polymers, they consist of linear chains having some branches in middle like this. Cross-linked or network polymers, they are formed by bifunctional and trifunctional monomers. These are functional groups. These branches, because of functional groups, these branches came like this. Okay, na? So they have three-dimensional network structures. That's why they are hard, brittle and rigid compared with what branched chain polymers and linear polymers. So examples are bakelite, melamine, right? And next classification we have that is classification based on mode of polymerization. Classification based on mode of polymerization. These polymers are classified into 2 types. One is addition polymers and other one is condensation polymers. So first we will discuss about addition polymers. What are addition polymers? They are formed by the repeated addition of monomer molecules possessing double or triple bonds. Just now we have discussed addition polymer, that is one of the example polythene. Polythene came from ethene molecules, right? So double bond is present in it. So they have joined repeatedly and they produce polythene, right? So that is the best example. You can take polythene or polyvinyl chloride. Poly means many. Bunias preparation you don't know, we will discuss. Bunias, bunion, these all these preparation methods we will discuss in the chapter, students. These addition polymers mainly classified into 2 types again. What are those means? Homopolymers and copolymers. Homopolymers are formed by, that means what, if addition polymer is formed by the same type of monomer units, then we will call that is homopolymers. If addition polymers or if addition polymerization takes place from 2 same type of monomer units, not 2, many same type of monomer units, then we call that is homopolymers. If addition polymerization is taking place from 2 different monomer units, then we call that is copolymers, students. So homopolymers They contain same type of monomer units. For example, you can take polythene. Polythene came from same type of monomer units. Those are what? Ethene molecules. In the same manner, polyvinyl chloride. Poly means many. Vinyl chloride molecules you have to take many, and they have joined one by one and produce polyvinyl chloride. That preparation method we will see. Polystyrene. Styrene molecules join many and it produce polystyrene. These preparation methods we will discuss in this chapter. Polythene already we have discussed. Ethene molecule join many molecules one by one and it produce what? Polythene. This is polythene preparation from ethene molecule, students. Already we have discussed how we will get this CH2 double bond CH2. You take like this, you can take n number of molecules. CH2 double bond CH2, CH2 double bond CH2, CH2 double bond CH2. Like this, if you take, what will happen, students, here? Here, breaking of pi bond will take place. It results in the formation of free radicals here by homolytic cleavage, right? Free radical mechanism this is, right? Like this, free radical we will get. In these free radicals, this end carbon atom free radical combines with this end carbon atom free radical and it produces sigma bond like this. So like this, sigma bonds will generate between the carbon atom of this side and between the carbon atom of another molecule of this side. Like this, a repetition will take place between CH2 and CH2. Only single bond is left in all the cases. So that's why like this CH2 double bond CH2 molecules join one by one by breaking off pi bond by homolytic fission and it produce what? Polythene. Okay, this is a homopolymer. And copolymers. Copolymers made by what? Addition polymerization from two different monomer units, which are called as what? Copolymers. So copolymers examples are Buna-S, Buna-N, etc. So what is the preparation method of Buna-N, Buna-S? We will see in this chapter. One of the example we will discuss here. Buna-S. Buna-S came from monomer units. Those are 1,3 butadiene and styrene. So this is 1,3 butadiene. You see that. So if you observe the IUPAC name 1, 2, 3, 4. So on first position double bond is present and third position also double bond is present. Total 4 carbons. So that's why this is butane. So on which position double bonds are there? First and third position. So that's why 1,3 butadiene. This is styrene. On benzene ring, if CH double bond CH2 group, vinyl group is present, then we call that is what? Styrene, students, right? So n molecules of 1,3 butadiene, n molecules of styrene molecules will join, will polymerize and it produce Buna-S, that is butadiene styrene copolymer. So how do we get this copolymer? We will see that now. In this copolymer, how do we get means? You take first 1,3 butadiene, that is CH2 double bond CH double bond CH2 I have taken, plus styrene C6H5 CH double bond CH2, right? Here which bonds will broken by homolytic cleavage? Pi bond. Pi bond broken means here compulsory free radical will generate like this. Free radical will generate. Here also free radicals will generate. Right? Here also in styrene molecule also free radical will generate between the carbon atoms. Right? After breaking of pi bond by homolytic cleavage. So this free radical will combine. Here a double bond will generate. CH between CH and CH double bond will generate. And this carbon will join with another molecule of styrene. This carbon also join with another molecule of styrene means here this CH2 will join with the CH. Will join with the CH free radical. Then what you will get? You see that, students, here that's why here this CH2 will join with another molecule of styrene. So that's why instead of this you can leave as a bond here like this. So I am leaving here, you see that CH2 bond I left and this CH one bond, pi bond broken, it results in the formation of here double bond CH. Here single bond is present as it is. This CH2 will join at in styrene molecule of CH group, right? So that CH we have to take. Here this side CH2 is there. On CH one more C6H5 group is present, students. On CH C6H5 group is present, right? Yes. Now this CH2 is there na, here free radical. That free radical will combine with another free radical of 1, 3 butadiene. So that's why I kept here as a bond, right? So like this repetition will take place how many times? N molecules of styrene with N molecules of 1, 3 butadiene, students. So that's why this we can call as butadiene styrene copolymer. Butadiene styrene copolymer. So which is also called as Buna S. This is what? Buna S. This is Buna S. Okay, now I hope everybody understood how do we get Buna S, students. So we have discussed about addition polymers. The next classification of mode of polymerization, that is condensation polymers. What are condensation polymers? The polymers formed by the union of large number of different monomers. The polymers formed by the union of large number of different monomers containing different functional group. Containing different functional group means how it is, students. Here you see that example. Here I have given to you nylon 6,6 preparation. Already we have discussed. In that nylon 6,6 hexamethylene diamine possess here amine group, and adipic acid possess here carboxylic acid group. So different functional groups are present. So different monomers. So that's why the polymers formed by the union of large number of different monomers containing different functional group with the loss of simple molecules like H2O, CH3OH, alcohols, that is HCl, etc. will take place. Such type of polymers we can call as what? Condensation polymers. What are the examples of condensation polymers? Means nylon 6,6, nylon 6, terylene we can also call as what? Decron, etc. These are all preparation methods we will see one by one in this chapter. So here I have given to you known example, that is nylon 6,6 condensation polymer. It is formed by the condensation of hexamethylene diamine. This is what? Hexamethylene diamine with adipic acid. This is what? Adipic acid. By joining of these two monomer units, you will get nylon 6,6, right? Two monomer units means two different monomer units we have taken. Each monomer we have taken n moles. That you have to observe. So many number of molecules will join and it produce polymer. Because polymer is nothing but what? We know already, we have discussed. Poly means many. Mer means units. So many units will join on polymerization and it gives polymer, students, right? So here, how do we get this? Already we have discussed. Once again we will see to understand the concept. How do we get polymer from respect to monomers? Suppose I have taken here hexamethylene diamine like this for understanding purpose. NH2 CH2 taken 6 times, NH2 is there. This is what? Hexamethylene diamine will combine with adipic acid like this. COOH, CH2 taken 4 times, COOH, right? Here how these two units will join, if you understand, in the similar manner the remaining units, n number of units will join and will produce polymer, right? How these two will join? You observe here. In hexamethylene diamine, one of the hydrogen atom, in the adipic acid, one of the OH group will combine and it produce, it liberate as what? Water molecule, right? In this condensation polymer, some simple molecules will remove. Already we have discussed. So that is what? Like water, alcohol, HCl, etc. Right? Here which molecule is removing which molecule is lost by simple molecules means here water molecule, students. So from hexamethylene diamine, one of the hydrogen atom from adipic acid OH group is removed as water molecule. That means here this side if you observe OH group is present. One more molecule hexamethylene diamine if you add to this side, that side H group, H atom, and this side OH group will combine and it liberate as what? Water molecule. So that's why this side OH you should leave, and this side also H you should leave, because this side H, if you add one more adipic acid molecule to this side OH group of adipic acid and this H removed as water molecule. So that's why you can leave as a bond here. So here I kept here as a bond, NH as it is, CH2 taken 6 times, NH. This N is joined by this C, here CO is there, so that's why I have taken CO, CH2 taken 4 times CO, right? This repetition will take place N times, so that's why I kept as a N here, right? Why do we call this is N nylon 6,6? Here, if you observe from hexamethylene diamine unit also, if you observe here 6 carbon atoms are there. In adipic acid unit also, here 4, here 1, here 1. Total 6 carbons are there. So that's why we have to call this is what? Nylon 6,6. So here by the joining of two monomer units, one water molecule is removed, right? Like that, how many molecules we have? N moles of hexamethylene diamine, N moles of adipic acid, right? So that's why N units of water molecule will remove students. Okay na? I hope everybody understood what is the meaning of condensation polymer and what is the meaning of addition polymer. What is the difference between addition and condensation polymer, students. Okay na? And next classification is based on molecular forces that we will discuss in the next video, students. Thank you.